In this media clip, we're going to discuss how to use logical levels as a conversational tool to correct poor behaviours and reinforce great behaviours in a way which maintains rapport and builds the self-esteem of the individual being spoken to. When we consider how we develop supervisors and managers within the business, it's often the guys that were great at their job that get promoted. The challenge with this is now they have to manage their peers, their friends, the guys that have worked with them for a long time. This puts them in a really difficult situation. They will sometimes have to have negative conversations with people that know they've done the same things too, and also people that they need to get along with for the long term to achieve excellence for the organisation. So we need a tool or a way of having a conversation which allows us to police the individual, demonstrate what we expect by way of improvements, link it to the skills they already have, build their self-esteem and align their values with what is important to us as a business, and ensure we all understand our reason for being. So imagine a situation where you come across one of the team members doing something daft. It's a behaviour you can't support or condone, so you have to deal with it. At that moment in time, I guess you have to choose whether you have an off-the-record, gentle conversation with him to sort it out, or whether you want to get them into the office and have a more formal conversation. The challenge with the formal conversations are we don't necessarily leave the person feeling that they can make a difference, they have the skills to make a difference, and their self-esteem is still intact. Our mission then, by using logical levels as a tool to correct behaviour, is to take the negative behaviour, focus on its effect rather than the behaviour itself, drive it across to the right hand side of the triangle, focus on what we expect instead, anchor it to the skills the person already has, build on their self-esteem, align it with the business values, and help everybody see we're all moving in the same direction. So the first thing to consider when dealing with unacceptable behaviours is to use exactly that term. By chunking up to unacceptable behaviour, we allow any behaviours which aren't appropriate to be rolled up under one set of conversations, therefore allowing you to escalate it if you needed to towards more formal proceedings. This allows all informal conversations to support a fair and consistent disciplinary procedure. So let's consider a simple conversation. You have a team member who's consistently late. Now you could start at the top of the triangle by calling him a lazy something, and straight away you've attacked his identity from a negative point of view. It's not going to land, it's out of procedure, and it's probably going to end up in an argument. So our mission when looking at negative challenges is always to drag them as far down the triangle as we can. The easiest thing to do is to look at the effect of their behaviour rather than the behaviour itself. So simply you start with this: the effect of your behaviour on the team, on performance, on morale is this. And by using the word effect in that conversation, it allows the information and the challenge to drift from behaviours, theirs, to environment, everybody's. People are more likely to let that negative conversation land because it's the environment, it's not necessarily personal. So when you say the effect of your behaviour is this, they'll tend to let it land. But we wouldn't stop there because we're required to tell them what we expect instead. So moving across to the right hand side of our triangle, we should now start to describe the behaviours we expect instead, its effect on the team, positive, its effect on their behaviours in a positive way, and how it mutually supports the whole of the team moving forwards. But we don't stop there. We have to go up to the next level, capability, and suggest and confirm that they have both the skills, abilities and tools to deliver the expected behaviours. And we need a yes. We then need to move up a little higher and talk about how those behaviours and those capabilities are in keeping with the beliefs and values of the organisation, and how that makes us all move forwards together and be a more productive unit. And if you really want to put the icing on the cake, you could even link that to the identity of the business, delivering what we promise or being an excellent organisation. And finally, any conversation which includes a performance improvement opportunity should always be time bounded, so the individual knows that there will be a review, they will be involved in it, and they're given feedback on their performance. This fits perfectly within our existing HR strategies and procedures. Using this model to help praise land is very simple. We start on the effect that their behaviours are having on the team. We then nail it to their existing skills and capabilities and look at how well they've done and how much they've improved. We link it to their self-esteem, their self-image. Clearly they're great at what they do and they really have a lot of pride and satisfaction in what they do, and that links to us being a great business and delivering what we promise.